Entering the stillness. This is a meditation inspired by my own personal experience. It is written to facilitate your ability to enter the sacred space where we are one with God and all creation. I call it the stillness. To begin, we will focus our mind to enhance our concentration and diminish the mind's tendency to daydream or get off task. This is a common problem when going into meditation and often discourages us from attempting it at all. Our goal, then, is to ground ourselves in the present, making it a state of mind we desire above all else. We will now ground ourselves through connecting with the ground, the very earth herself. You need not be outside to do this. This visualization will work best if you sit in an upright position, feet flat on the floor and your hands resting comfortably in your lap. Once comfortable, you may choose to close your eyes. Now, take a deep breath. With each breath out, imagine roots extending from the bottoms of your feet and the base of your spine down into the earth. Envision them extending down as far as you can. Push your roots to the very center of the planet. Now, still breathing slowly and deeply, with each exhale, breathe out all of your tensions and toxins. Send these negative energies down through your roots into the earth, where they will be instantly recycled and transformed into positive vibrations once again by the spirit of the good Earth Mother herself. As you continue this process, you are becoming more relaxed and feeling lighter and lighter with each breath out. Now you are ready to replace what you have released. Slowly and evenly, with each breath inward, draw energy up from the earth and into your roots. Imagine this energy as pure white light, untouched and innocent from the center of our planet. Continue to release tensions and toxins with each breath out, while drawing white light up from the earth with each breath in. As you draw the pure white light up and into your body through your roots, imagine it traveling up your ankles, lower legs, knees, and upper legs. Allow it to continue to fill your body as you envision it going further up with each breath. See how it travels up your spine, filling your body with its clean white energy as it moves upward. It travels up to your throat, now your forehead, and at last it collects at the top of your head, but does not yet leave it. Let the energy build here at the top of your head. Let it intensify until you can feel some sense of light pressure. Then see it flowing out of the top of your head like a glorious fountain of pure white light. Let it cascade down around the body and cleanse everything around you. Let it wash the worries of the world off your shoulders. You now feel so relaxed that you have quit worrying about your surroundings altogether. All external sounds and sensations simply slip by without causing a single disturbance to your relaxed state of mind. Continue to breathe with slow, even breaths. The energy exchange between you and Mother Earth will go on from here without your conscious awareness, as we begin to move into the stillness. The stillness is what we want to align with. It is that which is our source of energy and existence. It is who we may call God or our Creator. The stillness is all that is. We have just taken the preliminary step toward alignment with the stillness, but we must further release our fears and judgments in order to complete the process of clearing a space where love's presence can enter and be felt as a real experience we can call upon at any time, the experience of the stillness. Fear and the judgments of the ego cloud or block our awareness of love's presence or the stillness. Now, we wish to begin the process of moving past all of this. To begin our transfer from this reality into that of the stillness, I want you to imagine you are standing in a forest with a full canopy of deep green leaves overhead. Rays of sunlight reach the ground here and there. A slight breeze is blowing, soft and gentle. Feel the cool, fresh earth upon your feet. Smell the clean, clear air. Now you begin to sense the life force of the trees surrounding you. Feel the power of their presence in the very air you breathe. Allow your awareness to make a subtle shift and notice how this energy is one with you. You are shifting into awareness of the power within all living things as the truth, and not what you see with your eyes. Though your ears may still hear the birds chirping and the leaves rustling in the wind, an abrupt stillness now falls over everything. This is not a physical stillness as the world defines it. It is the stillness of your now silenced ego thoughts. You are now not looking at the trees themselves, but feeling them, feeling the essence of their existence, the power behind their form. You have ceased to judge them to be what you think they are. You do not know what they are without their form, but you can feel it. As you clear away all judgment, as you clear away your definition of the trees as your ego thinks they should be, you will feel their stillness. And in this stillness, you will feel that they can also feel your stillness. They know you. They love you. They reach out to you as they have always done, though you were not aware because you were caught up in their form as your ego judged them. You can now sense an intelligence within every molecule that makes up the trees, and you know it is not only good, but divine. You are now fully aware of what the trees are in truth. They are part of the energy of the stillness, along with you, as part of you. Your perception of them has been shifted, changed to see them as they are in truth. And now your relationship with them has become holy, for you see your oneness, your wholeness with them. The trees are the easiest to begin with, for trees are living things, the same as us, and they are egoless, so it is easy to love them, and therefore allow ourselves to join with them in the stillness, for we hold no grievances against the trees. Now we will take this process a step further and deeper inward. We will learn how to feel the stillness within inanimate objects, things we perceive as having no emotional or spiritual connection with us whatsoever. I want you to imagine an everyday object you use regularly, something you feel neutral about. This could be a coffee cup, a pencil, or a chair. For the purpose of this meditation, I will use a stapler. As it is now, your ego judges it to be a thing used for a specific purpose and nothing more. But now we are going to look at it differently. We are going to change our perception of it as the ego sees it to what it is in truth. So now, I want you to first notice how still it is sitting there on the desk. In fact, the stapler is always in a state of stillness. It is only active when you lend your energy to it and use it for its specifically designed purpose. Yet even then, it is so very still. This may seem odd to your ego mind to sense stillness in a stapler or any other inanimate object. However, we are attempting to leave behind the judgments of the ego altogether and move beyond them. We want to move inward into the stillness, into the truth of your reality and your oneness with the existence of all things. And so, you now see the stapler as it is in truth. It is still. Nothing else about it is true, though your ego sees it as a physical object. Though you may still see the physical form of the stapler and use it for what it is intended for, you can sense the deeper energy within it, holding all its molecules in place. You are now not looking at the stapler itself, but feeling it, feeling the essence of its existence, the power behind its form. You have ceased to judge it to be what your ego thinks it is. You do not know what it is without its form, but you can feel it. You can feel the power of the formless energy, which is pure love and light, which only becomes the stapler because your ego has decided this should be its form. You have projected that image outward from your ego mind as what you wish it to look like. It does not have to be this shape and form at all, for love and light can be anything. What creates the world you see is whatever is projected from your mind onto it. Let us move away from projecting illusions and look for the truth instead. The truth is not seen with bodily eyes, but rather it is felt. Now still your thoughts about whatever you think a thing is. Then, instead, simply feel the stillness within the inanimate object. The stillness is true for all things. All things are filled with the stillness, and you are part of this field of energy along with all the physical world you can touch and see around you. Now you have moved so far out of your ego mind and into your higher mind that you know without a doubt that the physical world is unreal, an illusion, and only the stillness within all things is real. Now we will take this process yet another step further and deeper inward. We will learn how to feel the stillness within human beings. This is the final and most difficult step, because humans have egos and seem to be the source of all our suffering. It can be a challenge to see beyond what the ego would have us believe is real. But in order to truly enter the stillness, we must change our perception of all bodies. I want you to imagine a person. This can be someone you know or a stranger, or perhaps someone you made up. It matters not how you feel about them, for whatever you are seeing as their physical image is false. The bodily form is as false as the form given to the trees and all inanimate objects. We are going to move beyond what your ego mind has judged them to be and enter the stillness within them, just as we did with the trees and the stapler. As it is now, your ego judges this person to be a body and sees nothing more, nothing beyond this. But now we are going to look at them differently. To do this, we must first look at what the ego sees. Does this person have flaws? What behaviors or beliefs do you wish they did or did not have? Have they in some way caused you pain or suffering? What is it, if anything, you would like to change about them? Now I want you to look at them differently. See their ego schemes on the surface of their body. See how they desire power, approval, or satisfaction from others. See how the ego tries to manipulate other bodies to give it what it wants, what it thinks it needs, what it misinterprets as love. See how some egos even cause harm to other bodies in the attempt to gain dominion over that which they have no control. See how the ego even sees death, murder, and abuse of other bodies as a means to its goals. See how insane such ideas are. And yet, despite all that they try to do with their body, they are in agony. They suffer at the hands of the whims of their ego and know it not. They do not know they contain the stillness and that this is their truth. We would like to show them who they truly are. To do this, you must move beyond what you see and come to a greater understanding, a new perception of them that will move you into the stillness. Here is the most important thing you can understand. They can only be released from their physical form by you. For it is your perception of them that holds them where they are. This idea is reinforced by A Course in Miracles, where it states, "This is the only thing that you need do for vision, happiness, release from pain, and the complete escape from sin, all to be given you. Say only this, but mean it with no reservations, for here the power of salvation lies. I am responsible for what I see. I choose the feelings I experience, and I decide upon the goal I would achieve, and everything that seems to happen to me I ask for and receive as I have asked. Deceive yourself no longer that you are helpless in the face of what is done to you. Acknowledge but that you have been mistaken, and all effects of your mistakes will disappear." End quote. Everything we see is a projection of our judgment, a representation of what we think. You are now going to switch from thinking into feeling, from your mind into your heart. It is through this subtle shift in perception that will change what you see. Currently, all you see is a limiting body, holding God's light in bondage. But what we would like to see through our feelings is only the great spirit of love and light within all others. We want only this to be what we are. Through releasing another from the illusion of their physical form, you heal them, and you heal yourself as well. For no one who is healed is ever healed alone. You cannot go unaffected by the miracles you extend. They always reflect back to you as well. So, let us release them from their bondage now. let us move deeper beneath what your own ego has judged to be the truth about them and feel the stillness that lies buried deep within. Allow this stillness to be the only thing you notice about them now. All else is but the senseless rantings of an insane ego trying to divert your attention away from the truth of the stillness that lies within them. In fact, this person has always been in a state of stillness, though you have never seen this. It is only noticeable when you allow their form to fade from your awareness, and you allow the stillness within them to come into your awareness. This may seem odd, or even impossible to your ego mind, to sense stillness in a person you do not know, dislike, or may even think you love. However, we are now attempting to leave behind the judgments of the ego altogether. You see this person as they are in truth. They are still. Nothing else about them is true, for what your ego sees is always false. What God sees through Christ's vision cannot be seen with the human eye, and it is Christ's vision we are using now. Again, what Christ sees cannot be seen, but it can be felt. We have an experience that is more real than anything seen with the bodily eye. Therefore, though you may still see the physical form of the body, you now sense the deeper energy within it, holding all its molecules in place. You are now not looking at the body itself, but feeling it, feeling the essence of its existence, the power behind its form. You have ceased to judge it to be what you think it is. You do not know who anyone is without their form, but you can feel it. This feeling can range from a very subtle and nearly imperceptible shift into peaceful stillness, or the shift into peace may arrive with great magnitude and extreme contrast to your regular life. It matters not to what degree you notice the shift from your ego thoughts into feeling the stillness. You have still entered the stillness either way, and the resulting healing will still come. You can now see, or rather feel, all bodies you come into contact with. All bodies are filled with the stillness, and you are part of this field of love along with them. From now on, whenever you see a body, cease to judge what it looks like, what it is doing or saying for just a moment. Take a breath and try to sense the stillness that lies within them, which their ego is completely oblivious to. If they are behaving insanely, they are surely unaware of the stillness within them. It is up to you, then, to see them correctly in order to heal their sick mind. This will happen because what you give your attention to becomes active and steps forward. Therefore, by drawing your awareness away from the ego's perception of the body and transferring your attention to your Christ vision of the stillness within them instead, you are calling upon the light within them, and thus freeing them from what both your egos thought was the truth of who we are. And you will both be healed. Now you have moved so far out of your ego mind and into your higher mind that you know without a doubt that the physical is unreal, a mere illusion, and only the stillness within all bodies is real. This is how Christ overcame his crucifixion and resurrected. He saw nothing but the stillness within each of us, and he knew we were not who we thought we were. And Christ also knew we knew not what we did, nor to whom. Now I am going to share with you an important revelation that will transform your understanding of a key concept from A Course in Miracles. To feel only the stillness in another is to truly forgive them. In fact, the word stillness is interchangeable with the word forgiveness. For forgiveness is to cease to judge as the ego mind sees the world, and to allow the vision of Christ to replace your ego thoughts with God's judgment. He judges that we are not a body. All He can feel within us is the stillness, that we are one with Him, healed and whole, perfect and complete. For we are not a body, we are free, and we are still, as God created us to be. We are still. We are one in His stillness. And within the stillness, you are so deeply loved. You are now immersed in the love of the stillness. You are healed and whole in this space, for you are nothing your ego thinks you are in the physical world. I want you to carry this feeling, this awareness of the truth with you. When you are finished with this meditation, you will be able to enter into this state easily and as often as you think of it. You have merely to become still. Physical stillness is not necessary. Rather, you are letting go of your ego-minded thoughts and judgments. You allow yourself to set aside all misperceptions for just a moment, and though your eyes may still tell you otherwise, you will feel the stillness within whatever or whomever your attention rests upon. You will then notice how the world shifts to meet your new, corrected perception when you do this. Trees will seem to lovingly shade you. The breeze now caresses your face with kindness. Inanimate objects now cease to malfunction, their parts moving in perfect harmony. And whomever you have a grievance with now approaches you with a smile on their face, as all conflict between you is now healed. Now you have found the peace of God you have so long sought for. Shifting your perception to the truth within all things literally shifts your physical reality into the truth. There is no need to ever shift out of this state of mind, the state you are in while experiencing the stillness, a state of true forgiveness. This is the optimal state of mind for allowing miracles to pour into your life. For forgiveness begets miracles, for miracles are but the result of a state of mind resting in the stillness. The word miracle can be defined as a moment of true forgiveness. It is a miracle to remember that all things exist in the stillness of God's love, and what we see with our physical eyes and hear with our ears is not the truth. This knowing is the miracle from which all others spring. This is the miracle that has the power to heal the world as you look upon it with full transfer of your new understanding of the stillness, the experience of your changed perception, your changed feelings towards all creation. In fact, you can extend your new understanding of the stillness to what lies beyond this world, to other galaxies and other beings from those galaxies. You can forgive the entire universe of all creation using the simple technique of reaching for the stillness that lies beyond all physical form. There is now nothing you cannot forgive. There is no order of difficulty in miracles, for all things contain that which is all things. Reach for this. Feel only this, and you will overcome all obstacles to love's presence in your life. Before we conclude this meditation, I wish to clarify forgiveness within the Course itself, so that you may go out into the world empowered, knowing exactly what it is you are doing, what miracles you are working by allowing this miraculous state of mind to become your normal state of mind. I will first quote from the workbook section of the Course titled, What is Forgiveness? Then I will reread it, substituting the word forgiveness with the word stillness and the word sin with the word body. Then watch how this small change opens up a world of meaning and clearer understanding to you in light of what you now know. What is forgiveness? Forgiveness recognizes what you thought your brother did to you has not occurred. It does not pardon sins and make them real. It sees there was no sin, and in that view are all your sins forgiven. What is sin except a false idea about God's Son? Forgiveness merely sees its falsity and therefore lets it go. What then is free to take its place is now the will of God. An unforgiving thought is one which makes a judgment that it will not raise to doubt, although it is not true. The mind is closed and will not be released. An unforgiving thought does many things. In frantic action, it pursues its goal, twisting and overturning what it sees as interfering with its chosen path. Forgiveness, on the other hand, is still and quietly does nothing. It offends no aspect of reality, nor seeks to twist it to appearances it likes. It merely looks and waits and judges not. He who would not forgive must judge, for he must justify his failure to forgive. But he who would forgive himself must learn to welcome truth exactly as it is. Do nothing, then, and let forgiveness show you what to do through him who is your guide, your Savior and protector, strong in hope and certain of your ultimate success. He has forgiven you already, for such is his function given him by God. Now must you share his function and forgive whom he has saved, whose sinlessness he sees, and whom he honors as the Son of God. What is stillness? Stillness recognizes what you thought your brother did to you has not occurred. It does not pardon bodies, making them real. It sees there is no body, and in that view are all bodies forgiven. What is the body except a false idea about God's Son? Stillness merely sees its falsity and therefore lets it go. What then is free to take its place is now the will of God. An unstill thought is one which makes a judgment that it will not raise to doubt, although it is not true. The mind is closed and will not be released. An unstill thought does many things. In frantic action, it pursues its goal, twisting and overturning what it sees as interfering with its chosen path. Stillness, on the other hand, is still and quietly does nothing. It offends no aspect of reality, nor seeks to twist it to appearances it likes. It merely looks and waits and judges not. He who would not be still must judge, for he must justify his failure to feel the stillness. But he who would be still himself must learn to welcome truth exactly as it is. Do nothing, then, and let stillness show you what to do through him who is your guide, your Savior and protector, strong in hope and certain of your ultimate success. He has seen your stillness already, for such is his function given him by God. Now must you share his function and see as still whom he has saved, whose stillness he sees, and whom he honors as the Son of God. Let us not rest content until the world has joined our changed perception. Let us not be satisfied until forgiveness, the stillness, has been made complete. And let us not attempt to change our function of forgiveness or stillness. We must save the world, for we who made it must behold it through the eyes of Christ, through the inner feeling of the stillness, that what was made to die can be restored to everlasting life, the everlasting stillness, which is the inner recognition of our peaceful oneness. And with these thoughts clear and strong in your mind, and feeling dedicated to practicing them in your heart, open your eyes and walk the world completely different from who you were before. For you are indeed different, because you perceive the world and all things in it differently. You can now feel your interconnectedness with all things. And that, my friend, will make all the difference in what you see, for you will see no difference between yourself and anyone else. Peace be with you, and amen. Written, narrated, and produced by Beth Gear. For more from me, go to www.bethgear.com. There you will also find the transcript to this video under the Miracle-Minded Messages tab. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. You will be blessed by the blessing you extend. Thank you, and peace be with you.